Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Boston Bruins video here on the New England Sports Nation YouTube channel here on YouTube. Today, we're going to be talking about what happened to the Boston Bruins this season because it was atrocious. Honestly, if I had to tell you what happened to this team this year, I couldn't even tell you. What happened? Will anybody figure out what happened to this team this year? We're talking about a hockey team that made it to the playoffs for 9 seasons in a row. They went from making the playoffs 9 seasons in a row to finishing pretty much last in the Eastern Conference in a season. Usually, I'm used to the Bruins making the playoffs and then choking in either the first or second round. Because when was the last time the Bruins got to the Eastern Conference Finals? I'm pretty sure it was when they went to the Stanley Cup back in 2019 against the Blues, if I remember correctly. And the last Bruins Stanley Cup championship was 2011. And now this team finished pretty much last place. I don't know if it's officially last place, but I'm pretty sure it is. I'll put a picture of it in the thumbnail of this video. But I'm pretty sure it's last place in the whole Eastern Conference. They weren't the worst in the league. I think there were 2 other teams that were worse than them in points and record. I'm pretty sure it was the Sharks and the Blackhawks. And guess what? The Bruins have lost to them twice this season. The Bruins have pretty much lost to everybody. The Bruins, they play their last game of the season today. So today's their last game of the season because obviously they're eliminated. So the last time I checked their record, they were like 30-48. Terrible. After a team that has made it to the playoffs for 9 years in a row. That is why I have said multiple times that nobody will be able to study this downfall of the Boston Bruins this year. How can you study? How can you figure out a team that finishes last place in the Eastern Conference after making the playoffs 9 years in a row? I can't tell you. With the other Boston teams, it's different. The Red Sox and Patriots are completely different because they've been trash for the past couple of years now. Probably like 3 to 4 years. But the Celtics and the Bruins were supposed to be the 2 great teams in Boston. Now we only have the Celtics. Because of what the Bruins did this season. What's going to happen next year? The Bruins get rid of Marchand and we look even worse. That didn't help at all. Nothing is help. What happened? If you would have told me the Bruins would have finished last place in the Eastern Conference this season, when we were in the playoffs last season for the NHL, I would have said you're crazy. But here we are. Here we are. Just put that through your head. A team that makes the playoffs 9 years in a row finishes last place in the Eastern Conference the next season. The last time the Bruins missed the playoffs was the 2014-2015 season. That was 10 years ago. 10 years ago. I don't know what happened. I'm making this video today because I'm recapping the Bruins season. And there's not much to say. You could just say, honestly, it's a mystery. I can't even figure it out. Can any Bruins fans here watching, can you figure out what happened to this team this year? I don't think anyone can. And that's concerning for the future for the Boston Bruins. Because what are they going to do about what? They already fired their head coach. They're probably going to fire Joe Sacco in the offseason, in my opinion. We'll see what happens. We get rid of Marchand. We look even worse now. The only person that's really noticeable on the Bruins is Pastrnak. Other than that, I don't see anybody else. I don't. And even when the Bruins were good the past couple years, Pasta still pretty much carried the offense. Or I should say the goals, I should say. So I really don't understand what happened to this team this year. Like, I'm frustrated, but I'm more in shock. The reason why I'm not screaming in this video is because I'm more shocked than I am frustrated with this team, because 9 years in a row at the playoffs, and then you do this? This, like, what? Like, how does that happen? Something happened that we as Bruins fans are not aware of. And a little off topic about the Bruins, look at the New York Rangers. They won the President's Trophy last year, I'm pretty sure. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and now they have been eliminated this year. They had a better record than the Bruins, and they had more points than the Bruins, but they still didn't make it. The Bruins are a lot more of a collapse than the Rangers. So, because the Bruins finished last place in the Eastern Conference. And the Rangers didn't make it to the playoffs 9 years in a row, I don't think. I don't think they did. I haven't done my research on that, but I don't think it's been 9 years in a row since that the Rangers have made the playoffs like the Bruins have. It's probably many years they have, but I don't think it's 9. I just don't see it. So, all I can say, if I could put the Bruins season this year into 2 words, I would say it's shockingly disappointing. I don't know if I want to use the word frustrating. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was very frustrating for this season. But it is way more of a shock feeling of how this team played this year. And it started from the beginning, really. Because this team never saw... at one point, in like the middle of the season, they were like in the wild card spot, and they were very close to be one of the top 3 division leaders in the Atlantic. Other than that, it's been atrocious. Because after that, one point, they were close to that top 3 division leaders in the Atlantic. They just fell all the way down from they were once in a wild card position, if anybody can believe that. Only a couple months ago. Finished dead last in the East. And like I said, we look worse without Marchand. And Marchand's probably going to win a cup with Florida, probably. I don't know if Florida's going to win it. I think, like with the Celtics and basketball, there's more competition in the NHL playoffs this year. So, because I didn't expect the Oilers to make it to the Stanley Cup Finals last year. Because you talk about the Jets, Capitals. I mean, there's always different competition every year in the playoffs. Because every single playoffs is different. So, I mean, the competition was so much less for the Celtics last year. That was way more obvious. Because the Celtics went 13-3. Or the Celtics were just that dominant. I don't know. But this video's not about the Celtics. But it's just shockingly disappointing for the Bruins. That's all I can say. So I think we're going to wrap up this video. A little bit shorter than the normal videos. Just had to make this quick video because this is it. Today's the last game of the Bruins season. And hopefully it's better next year. But for now, the Bruins have to do something in the offseason. Because if they have this same team for next year, it's going to be disappointing again. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.